Sorry.
Like, Ron, you son of a bitch, you fucking smell.
I made poopy. Did what?
She smelled way worse poops than that.
Is this a challenge?
I would beat you at pooping any day.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Strobing Butt Plug, a podcast about craft beer. Hi, welcome to the Strobing Butt Plug, a podcast about craft beer, obviously.
And camera shutting off and pissing Missy off.
There you go. I am Missy Davis, and these are my two amazing co-hosts, Ariana Crum. I almost called you Ariana Davis. And this is Ronaldo Lynch, and as always, the buddy. We are on episode 34, my friends.
Is it 34? Did we already do 34?
I thought we were on like 37 or 38, and then I looked.
So here's what you do when you go back and edit this later. You just go, we're on episode 35. Awkwardly over it.
Yes, I would totally do that. So today we are drinking some
beer.
really good ones. We are drinking beer. And we are
Spring
drinking
water.
some spring water. We are drinking, I don't know that we've ever drank this before, but it's Jackie O's Java the Stout Coffee Stout.
I think we've done some Jackie O's.
I've had that before. I had some of that sitting in my fridge
I don't
forever.
think I've ever had it, but I think I've seen this.
I've had it sitting in my fridge forever before we started really getting into craft.
Because last week I got a pick your own 6 from Kroger, and then I got drunk and drank it all.
Damn it! That's the one I had picked up for next time.
For some reason, when I saw that, I'm like, I'm picking this up. I guarantee Ariana has it.
I do. It's in there.
Oh, I wonder if you have one of the other ones I have too then.
Huh?
I said, I wonder if you have one of the other ones I have
I'll
too.
have to go buy more.
Because I picked out a pick your own 6, and then I ended up drinking
Where do you do
it.
that
Kroger. Unless I go to the bottle shops in Dayton.
at? Which Kroger?
A lot of Krogers have them. They just, you can just go and.
I don't think the one in Greenville does.
It's usually not
one of
their
those super Krogers or something.
Yeah, it's like not their best supply. It's like it'll be like some really good shit, but it's like there'll be a lot of things. I'll be like, man, I want to try that one. I want to try that one, and they're all like not a pick your own 6, and the majority of them are fucking stupid ass IPAs.
I think the last time I tried to do one of those at the one in Piqua, they were just starting doing that, and like the kids running the register tried to charge me like basically for like one bottle the price of a 6-pack each or some shit.
Oh, it's a $10 for 6.
They were like, okay,
Trying to give
so
you $60.
yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? So like, yeah, that's how you do it. I'm like, no.
It's stupid. So I'll go to Kroger to buy $60 worth of beer.
I
And
wonder
get a
if
6-pack? No.
Right.
there's that place in Troy that I went to before, and they stopped doing the
Pick your own water
because of COVID. So I'm wondering if maybe they started doing it again. I might go and check it out.
Bullshit.
But I'm assuming that the Kroger in Troy does that, so maybe I'll go in there sometime. I don't make it to Troy too much.
And then, like always, the Dos Equis. Oh, I didn't read this one. This is the Sagatuck Brewing Company peanut butter porter, smooth and creamy.
I wasted money.
So I bought them, and then I think I had one. I just wanted to have one at one point,
Don't look at me like that.
and I forget. Like, I don't know. I drank one, and it was like really weird, and then that was like, well, that's what it was. I had it was a really good platform. It was like some kind of a cream cake one. And I took it to Larry's parents' house for football because it was like one of the nephew's birthday. And so we went there, and I'm like, I'm just going to take this one craft beer. I've been craving some craft beer, and we haven't done, any butt plugging for a while, so I want a craft beer. So I was like, yeah, I'll drink this one. And then over the weekend, I think one of the boys comes downstairs and says, hey, you want to watch a movie with me and Dad? And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, go watch a movie. So I brought up a couple beers. I think I just brought up 2 of them because I was trying to even it. Maybe I brought up 3 of them because I have just like a one at home because I didn't drink my other beers too. And then because I drank a few beers and I kept talking, so we would like pause the movie, and then that wasn't that movie. It was the movie we tried watching after that. I know, right? It was like we watched this movie. It was some football movie with like on Netflix. It was had the Doug Heffernan dude. I forget his real name.
Kevin James.
Yes, and it was like a pretty good movie. So we watched that, and then I had like extra beer left over, so we started another movie of my one can. And then because there was more movie than there was beer, I had to go get more beer, and then it just kept like backing and forth. And then I got so drunk that we kept stopping the movie because I'd turn around and talk because we were watching it's been on Netflix for a while. It's The Men Who Stare at Goats, and it's a really fucked up movie. You probably like it.
I may have seen
I remember that from years and years ago when it came out.
It's like
should we have?
Yeah, we should, but like.
No, we're just going to sit here and talk about Missy drinking beer, but not actually drink beer.
That's right.
Because when Missy drinks beer, she just starts talking.
I do, and then like
true.
And she had 2 pre-beers.
I did. I
my
had two pre-beers,
She has not changed one bit since high school.
Oh, that's right. I haven't.
Missy talking forever.
Pour Ron his little baby beer.
Please.
Doesn't want that
That's cool,
much.
Ron. We'll drink your beer.
I'm probably going to give you more than that, but
That's all right.
we gotta. Let's see. That's more, and that's more.
Ron doesn't feel good today
He doesn't feel good because he has high blood pressure.
because he's got the Rona.
He's got the. I was gonna say.
I did get a nose poke today, but I don't have the Rona.
He's got the diarrhea. He's got the.
He's definitely got the diarrhea. He pooped up my bathroom.
Don't shit on the couch.
Don't sit on the couch.
Oh, I gotta shit on the couch. I shit in
You
the
shit in
bathroom.
the bathroom. Did you like the new picture in there?
I did.
Did you see my picture?
I didn't.
I did.
Lindsay got me a picture that says "Remember to wipe," and it has a picture of a cat licking itself.
Oh, that's amazing. I was thinking about my bathroom. I wanted, this is Java the Stout from Jackie O's, sustainably crafted with purpose, whereas just 6.5%. We're going to get roasted tonight. Wah, 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 wah. This is
I don't know
coffee
if it's
beans.
because we tried some of Ron's chalky milk earlier, but I don't really taste the coffee too much in this zero. I smell it. God, man, I keep biting my cheek.
Oh, this is in Athens, Ohio. 25 Campbell
It's more
Street.
hop. I think it's more hoppy than my stuff I made.
This smells like ravioli.
So I brewed. I had my birthday party get together last weekend, and first part of January I started the
That's
brew
good.
of a second run of chalky milk. I changed up my recipe and added a fuck ton more cocoa to it. So it is super dark and super thick. So now everything we're kind of comparing.
Comparison?
Yes, comparing.
Comparing.
That reminds me of Logan. I
And-
had a good one about him.
And this is winding up tasting more hoppy than mine, I think. I'm not really tasting the cocoa to it, but it's also
This
a Java
isn't
stout.
cocoa. It's Java.
Java stout. So
It doesn't taste very coffee-ish, but it's got a thickness to it, and it's really good. I like it. It's got a sweetness to it, but it's not too sweet. I like it still.
I'm not getting as much lactose, if any, out of it. Is there any lactose in that, you think?
I was gonna check. Let's see.
I think there is.
There's a government warning in it.
There's always that. Don't drink beer and have babies.
Right. It doesn't say, but it says who the illustrations on the can are by Chris Monday, designed by Kevin Morgan's studio.
Did you do the porn shot?
I did not. I'm going to do it.
The porn shot.
It doesn't say anything about lactose, but it's really cool because it's like Star Warsy and it's got, because it's Java the stout. So
And we
it's
can check out Missy's butt.
old, hell yeah. We got some
Pinch your butt with me. Pinch your butt with me.
Java the stout, bitches.
Do it again. Pinch
No
your butt.
way.
Pinch your butt.
What are you doing? Yeah! Sweet! You know,
Spike that ass.
But then anyway, so
Missy got filled up at my house.
I did.
Yay,
Hell yeah.
I got filled up at work the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah, my friend likes to touch my butt sometimes.
That's cool. As long as like it's your friend.
Yeah, she likes to tickle people's butts and things.
That's funny. Does she like sneak up and do it?
Yeah.
Did she tickle your butthole or just your whole butt?
Your butthole or your whole butt? That's
Well, it's like targeting, you know? Is it going for the cheeks or like right in the
She
center?
just goes wherever, I think. That's,
Okay.
I don't know
She
that
doesn't
she really
care.
cares. She's just like,
let's see.
and I'm like, ooh, I got filled up at work today.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't had that happen in a while.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
I don't think
It's
I'd
nice
like
to
getting
get-
felt up at work since I just Ubered total strangers.
Well,
around these
yeah, that
days.
would be a little different.
I
But, you
don't
know, when
like
you're
it.
getting filled up by your friends, it's okay.
Yeah,
I work with a
absolutely.
bunch of dude engineers, and none of them are that pretty.
But they just might have that special touch.
They might. You don't
They
know.
don't have to be pretty if they have the special touch.
Nah,
That's true.
none of those guys. Nah.
If you close your eyes, you might not even notice.
That's right. You could picture being whoever you want it to be.
Missy's touching my butt.
Well, I was gonna say,
no.
like, if you had some guy just randomly sneak into your work and fill you up. Like, they would have, like, the good touch. Like, who would you want to fill you up?
Good question.
So, okay. I'll have to show you the picture,
Have
guys.
you ever had any, like, man fantasies, guy crushes, sex
No.
dreams about dudes when you
Please
shouldn't
tell
have
us.
been, but you woke up and you felt oddly aroused?
No, but you did remind me I'm going to show you something from a coworker.
I mean, I did send you that TikTok with that woman folding laundry.
Oh, yeah.
Why was that so rousing?
Right.
I'm like, why is this so
I don't know,
hot?
but-
Because
I'm gonna show you-
bitches take extra time.
I'm
They
gonna show you
fucking
the
make your
picture.
life easier.
I'm going to show you the picture of my trans coworker because when we had all that snow last week.
That's your sister from another mister.
Yes,
Or is it your
she
trans from another man? So
Whatever.
that's what it is.
She went out and she did a Elsa themed photo shoot.
That's okay. You know, actually really feminine. I can kind of see the 5 o'clock shadow, but like that's good looking. Like that's
she looks nice.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah.
it's it's
So
like
that's the one you want to get filled up by then.
Not really.
I think it is.
That's who you brought up.
Exactly. That's
It's like the only person I talk to at work on a regular basis.
I said anybody. I said anybody could sneak into your work. I mean, he could get felt up by the manliest, sexiest millionaire or the most feminine.
Yes, I want Elon Musk to come in and deep throat me at work.
Hey, you know, that's the thing, just sneaking in under your desk, you're like, oh, who's this? Yeah. Oh, Elon, yeah.
Oh,
You give
Elon,
me-
that's right. Give me the Tesla.
I said, give me the Tesla. Anybody you wanted, and you
That's why
picked a
he takes-
fucking coworker.
that's where dude
of all
comes-
things. I
Just see a
dude,
Tesla.
I'm just
The
saying,
Tesla.
that's
I'm making this up.
Came up with.
That's
but
right.
I'm making it up. Tesla's where dude sucks you off and then sticks a D-cell up your ass.
She charges you afterwards because he sucked all the power after you.
I just made that up. I have no idea what that actually is. I'm sure it's a thing.
It could be.
Man, I had something I was getting ready to say and I can't fucking remember it now.
It's like you need to make a note immediately.
I do.
You're like, dear diary.
I have a freaking notebook right over here.
Dear diary,
Yeah.
please talk to that guy that I've been talking to and give him a Tesla later.
Give a Tesla.
Like, hey baby, you want a Tesla? What? D-cell up the ass. Well, okay.
So I kept watching those movies though. That's what we were on, and then I have to talk about Logan and his thing. It's like it was really funny to me. It's not too funny, but I kept every time I would have to stop the movie to talk, and then like I'd be like, damn it, now I have to open another beer. And I'd be like, Larry wouldn't fucking keep interrupting the movie, so I'd have to rewind it and watch this again. And I was always blaming him. It was really funny. I think he didn't realize that I was actually joking at first. He thought that I really thought it was him. Maybe, I don't know. He's like, but it wasn't me. I'm like, yeah, it was, dude. It was fucking you, man. But so I don't know. Logan's always silly. I forget what we were talking about. Well, I made this. I put some blueberries and some strawberries in my Ninja blender, and I thought I put some pineapple in with it. And then I was like, dude, this tastes really good. You probably like it. He's like, no, I don't like it. And he likes juice, but whatever. And he actually thought it was pretty good. And we were talking about what we were drinking, and we were talking about a different juice that like actually had some juice, and it was like some weird stuff. And it was really funny because he was like, yeah, but that one and this one's actually purpler. And then he looks and he's kind of like, purplier? He's like, purpler. It's purplier. I was like, dude, how about more purple? He's like, that takes too long to say. He's like, I think it's like,
I like purpler.
I like purplier.
Purplier?
Purpler, I think is more right, but purplier is actually just really fucking cool.
Purplier sounds pretty.
Purplier. I think he kind of said purplier was too long. Like purpler and purpler and purpler. Like it was just, I really liked how we were doing that, and then it was just really funny because we were saying it so many times that it's not, like it just, when you say something, it just sounds really fucked up.
Yeah, it starts sounding stupider and stupider.
Right, and the more you say it, so it was like really funny.
You should get him to say the purplier, nurplier.
That's funny. But then
And then when he's like, what? Just say purplier, nurplier, and then just purple, nurple.
That's really funny. And then so like, I don't know what made me think about it. I don't know if I thought about it this morning or like the other day, but I was having my issues with Jacob in the laundry this morning. I just asked him to do that 5 minutes worth of shit. And I had to tell him like 3 fucking times, and it took him like 20 minutes, and he got real pissed off at me when I was like, dude, you could have done it right the first time. You could have napped all morning before fucking school. And then on the way to school, I was like, hey, dude. I was like, Jake, you remember the time when The Michael Jackson shit. I was like, hey man, remember when you first, lost teeth and you realized you could get money from the tooth fairy? So I was like, you started going around the house and trying to collect shit that you could like make look like fake teeth so you could scam the tooth fairy.
Why is that something you would do?
I was thinking about telling that tonight, and I knew you were gonna say that. I was like, this sounds like you. Of course, that's your kid, because I don't remember catching him doing it. But Larry's like, God, he's trying to scam the tooth fairy. I was like, well, what's he doing? He's like, he's trying to find stuff, and he's trying to make into fake teeth. And I just remember him like he was grabbing things, and he either had like a nail file or a butter knife in his hand that he was like trying to whittle shit down into teeth.
So did you like give him some money just to make it like? If just like, you can't scam the fucking tooth fairy. The tooth fairy knows.
I think that's pretty much what it was, because I remember, like, I never thought of it on that approach. Like, I was just like, dude, those don't even look like teeth, and I think he did give up. But now I wish I could go back and be like, yeah, man, it looks like really fucking good. Can you make something under my pillow too? And like, I put like a couple pennies under his pillow and put a couple $100 bills under mine. Like, yeah, we're fucking rich.
That's what you get for adult teeth.
That's right. When you have adult teeth that you're losing,
they'd be like, someday, son, when you're grown up and you smoke meth and your teeth fall out.
That's when you get a lot of money.
Then you can use that money to buy more meth.
So basically, there is an incentive to doing meth. Is what you're saying.
Just put the teeth under your pillow.
If only
I think they just don't ever do that.
Ariana, I take my hand for a moment, dear. I have to tell you something important. The tooth fairy's not real.
Damn it. Ron, you ruined my whole life.
How about the meth fairy?
Oh, the meth fairy's fucking real. He's a big fat man.
They take your teeth too, but they don't give you any money. They just leave you with a fucking bad addiction.
Hey, you won't have to sleep for like 3 days though.
Yeah.
Think of all the things you can get done.
More meth. And you can search for meth. You can just walk around and be like, gotta find a fucking meth.
It won't matter if it's like 10 degrees out and ankle deep snow.
I feel like you really look like a person that does meth when you did that. Like you kind of like grinding your teeth and you're like.
I've had the patience, plenty of the patience. No, all I did was just smoke a little weed. That's how it is. It's always the weed.
Just a little bit of weed, huh?
I was just drinking. I just had like a couple beers with my brother and just smoked some weed. That's all. I don't know why he's acting like this. All we did was he didn't do anything else besides smoke weed and have a couple beers. That's usually how it goes.
Twice.
So we're talking about we're talking about my chalky milk that we had earlier. I'm gonna be
tickle people's butts and things.
That's funny. Does she like sneak up and do it?
Yeah.
Does she tickle your butthole or just your whole butt?
Your butthole or your whole butt?
Well, it's like targeting, Is it going for the cheeks or like right in the center?
She just goes wherever, I think. I don't know that she really cares. She's just like. And I'm like, ooh, I got felt up at work today.
Yeah.
I haven't had that happen in a while.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
I don't think I'd like getting felt up at work since I just Ubered total strangers.
Well, yeah, that would be a little different. But, when you're getting felt up by your friends, it's okay.
Yeah,
I work with a bunch of dude engineers, and none of them are that pretty.
But they just might have that special touch.
They might. You don't
they don't have to be pretty if they have the special touch.
Nah, none of those guys. Nah.
If you close your eyes, you might not even notice.
That's right. You can picture being whoever you want it to be.
Missy's touching my butt.
Well, I was gonna say, like, if you had some guy just randomly sneak into your work and fill you up, like, they would have like the good touch. Like, who would you want to fill you up?
Good question.
So, okay. I'll have to show you the picture, guys.
Have you ever had any like man fantasies, guy crushes, sex dreams about dudes when you shouldn't have been, but you woke up and you felt oddly aroused?
No, but you did remind me. I'm going to show you something from a coworker.
I mean, I did send you that TikTok like with that woman folding laundry.
Oh yeah.
Why was that so arousing?
Right.
I'm like, why is this so hot?
Because bitches take extra time. They fucking make your life easier.
I'm going to show you the picture of my trans coworker because when we had all that snow last week.
That's your sister from another mister.
Yes.
Or is it your trans from another man? So
whatever.
That's what it is.
She went out and she did a Elsa themed snow photo shoot.
That's okay. Really feminine. I can kind of see the 5 o'clock shadow, but like that's good looking. Like that's
she looks nice.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah.
It's it's
like that's the one you want to get filled up by then.
Not really.
I think it is.
That's who he brought up.
Exactly.
It's like the only person I talk to at work on a regular basis.
I said anybody. I said anybody could sneak into your work. I mean, he could get felt up by the manliest, sexiest millionaire or the most feminine.
Yes, I want Elon Musk to come in and deep throat me at work.
Hey, you know, that's the thing, just sneaking in under your desk, you're like, oh, who's this? Yeah. Oh, Elon, yeah.
Oh, Elon, that's right. Give me the Tesla,
I said, give me the Tesla. Anybody you wanted, and you picked a fucking coworker.
That's where dude
of all things.
Just the Tesla. I'm making this up.
Came up with.
That's right.
I'm making it up. Tesla's where dude sucks you off and then sticks a D-cell up your ass.
Charges you afterwards because he sucked all the power after you.
I just made that up. I have no idea what that actually is. I'm sure it's a thing.
It could be.
Man, I had something I was getting ready to say and I can't fucking remember it now.
It's like you need to make a note immediately.
I do.
You're like, dear diary.
I have a freaking notebook right over here.
Dear diary, please talk to that guy that I've been talking to and give him a Tesla later.
Give him a Tesla.
Like, hey baby, you want a Tesla? What? D-cell up the ass. Well, okay.
So I kept watching those movies though. That's what we were on, and then I have to talk about Logan and his thing. It's like it was really funny to me. It's not too funny, but me, I kept every time I would have to stop the movie to talk, and then like I'd be like, damn it, now I have to open another beer. And I'd be like, Larry, if you wouldn't fucking keep interrupting the movie, so I'd have to rewind it and watch this again. And I was always blaming him. It was really funny. And I think he didn't realize that I was actually joking at first. He thought that I really thought it was him. Maybe, I don't know. He was like, but it wasn't me. I'm like, yeah, it was, dude. It was fucking you, man. But so I don't know. Logan's always silly. I forget what we were talking about. Well, I made this. I put some blueberries and some strawberries in my Ninja blender, and I thought I put some pineapple in with it. And then I was like, dude, this tastes really good. You probably like it. He's like, no, I don't like it. And he likes juice, but like whatever. And he actually thought it was pretty good. And we were talking about what we were drinking, and we were talking about a different juice that like actually had some juice, and it was like some weird stuff. And it was really funny because he was like, yeah, but that one and this one's actually purpler. And then he looks and he's kind of like, purplier? He's like, purpler. It's purplier. I was like, dude, I was like, how about more purple? He's like, that takes too long to say. He's like, I think it's like,
I like purpler.
I like purplier.
Purplier?
Purpler, I think is more right, but purplier is actually just really fucking cool.
Purplier sounds pretty.
Purplier. I think he kind of said purplier was too long. Like purpler and purpler and purpler. Like it's just, I really liked how we were doing that, and then it was just really funny because we were saying it so many times that it's not, like it just, when you say something, it just sounds really fucked up.
Yeah, it starts sounding stupider and stupider.
Right, yeah, the more you say it. So it was like really funny.
You should get him to say the purplier, nurplier.
That's funny. But then
and then when he's like, what? Just say purplier, nurplier, and then just purple, nurple.
That's really funny. And then so I don't know what made me think about it. I don't know if I thought about it this morning or like the other day, but I was having my issues with Jacob in the laundry this morning. I just asked him to do that 5 minutes worth of shit. And I had to tell him like 3 fucking times, and it took him like 20 minutes, and he got real pissed off at me when I was like, dude, you could have done it right the first time. You could have napped all morning before fucking school. And then on the way to school, I was like, hey, dude. I was like, Jake, you remember the time the Michael Jackson shit. I was like, hey, man, remember when you first, lost teeth and you realized you could get money from the tooth fairy? So I was like, you started going around the house and trying to collect shit that you could like make look like fake teeth so you could scam the tooth fairy.
Why is that something you would do?
I was thinking about telling him that tonight, and I knew you were gonna say that. I was like, dude, that sounds like you. Of course, that's your kid. Because I don't remember catching him doing it, but Larry's like, God, he's trying to scam the tooth fairy. I was like, well, what's he doing? He's like, he's trying to find stuff, and he's trying to make into fake teeth. And I just remember him like he was grabbing things, and he either had like a nail file or a butter knife in his hand that he was like trying to whittle shit down in the teeth.
So did you like give him some money just to make it like? If just like, you can't scam the fucking tooth fairy. The tooth fairy knows.
I think that's pretty much what it was, because I remember I never thought of it on that approach. Like I was just like, dude, those don't even look like teeth, and I think he did give up. But now I wish I could go back and be like, "Yeah, man, it looks like really fucking good. Can you make something under my pillow too?" And like, I put like a couple pennies under his pillow and put a couple $100 bills under mine. Like, yeah, we're fucking rich.
That's what you get for adult teeth.
That's right. When you have adult teeth that you're losing,
they'd be like, someday, son, when you're grown up and you smoke meth and your teeth fall out.
That's when you get a lot of money.
Then you can use that money to buy more meth.
So basically, there is an incentive to doing meth. Is what you're saying.
Just put the teeth under your pillow.
If only
I think they just don't ever do that.
Ariana, I take my hand for a moment, dear. I have to tell you something important. The tooth fairy's not real.
Damn it. Ron, you ruined my whole life.
How about the meth fairy?
Oh, the meth fairy's fucking real. He's a big fat man.
They take your teeth too, but they don't give you any money. They just leave you with a fucking bad addiction.
Hey, you won't have to sleep for like 3 days though.
Yeah.
Think of all the things you can get done.
More meth. And you can search for meth. You can just walk around and be like, gotta find a fucking meth.
It won't matter if it's like 10 degrees out and ankle deep snow.
I feel like you really look like a person that does meth when you did that. Like you kind of like grinding your teeth and you're like.
I've had the patience, plenty of the patience. No, all I did was just smoke a little weed. That's how it is. It's always the weed.
It's a little bit of weed, huh?
I was just drinking. I just had like a couple beers with my brother and just smoked some weed. That's all. I don't know why he's acting like this. All we did was he didn't do anything else besides smoke weed and have a couple beers. That's usually how it goes.
Twice.
So we're talking about
the last one to finish.
We were talking about my chalky milk that we had earlier. I'm going to be. I gotta have to run through cold water at some point this week. I'm going to be going past.
Birthday. Sweet birthday.
I'm going to be going past the
Tailspin.
Thank you, Tailspin. I've been chatting with the one of the brewers up there. I'm going to give him a bottle, and I swear to God, I'm going to try to convince him to make that shit Tailspin. In mass.
Be like, just have it more carbonated. This didn't get carbonated. I had to cold crash it.
Well, yeah. He'll understand that shit.
What were we talking about at the table earlier that I was like, this seems like something we should be talking about on the podcast?
Beer release.
No, it was something else though. We were having a whole ass conversation.
Other than surrounding beer bellies and Instagram, I don't remember.
No.
That wasn't that.
No, it was like... God damn it, we were having a conversation. Why didn't we write this shit down?
I know, right?
Because we're like, we'll start recording.
Yeah, we were like, let's start recording because we were like actually having a funny conversation. I'm like, we should probably be talking about this kind of shit.
I think drinking causes short-term memory problems.
What was that?
What?
Don't drink and drive. I mean, don't wait.
Don't drink and
podcast.
Don't drink and think. Don't drink and think.
Don't drink and think.
I try not to do that.
We're gonna do this one. I'm gonna do
Peanut
that.
butter. I already tried this weekend. This is what I was drinking over the weekend.
Oh,
and then I
yes.
saved one for the podcast. I could have drank all of them.
I tried this one, but they all sat out. Like, I didn't put them in the refrigerator right away because I thought I had a few days to put them in the refrigerator.
How's it compared to Sweet Baby Jesus?
It's really good. It's not like Sweet Baby Jesus to me. I can't even drink a whole bottle. It's like too thick. It's too sweet. It's too syrupy. I didn't pour you a whole lot.
I'm gonna think about this, about what we were talking about. Dude, I know what it was. Was it about pills and getting old? Like when you get old enough and you have to start taking.
Well, that was
your
before
pills?
that because I thought we stopped right away to come in here.
We did, but we were like, what we were talking
You were
about.
Oh, I remember. You were talking about like how the fuck do like different people connect to different people from weird places. I know you're talking about that shit.
We did have that conversation.
What? Say that again.
You're talking about how like. This person from back in the day, connected to this person you now know, and you're like, how the fuck does that work?
Right.
Yeah,
like
that was part of it, but that wasn't the conversation I'm talking about, I don't think.
I don't think it was either.
I want to say it was like something to do with the pills and that like went into something else because you were talking about your medication and I was like you were like, everybody's like, oh, you're on that, I'm on that too. And I'm like, oh, you've hit that age.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, then like Francis and him being romantic and taking their pills
like once
together.
you get old and you like take all your pills together and stuff. And it's like,
yeah, I'm
so
on old
romantic.
people pills. Go me.
It's gonna be really great when they get on the same suppositories together.
Ooh, you guys insert each other's. That would be so cool.
So romantic.
That'd be so funny. Ooh, that is really good.
My fat ass is on blood pressure pills right now, probably because I drink too much of this shit.
I can't. It's not because you drink too much of this
genetics
shit.
and shit.
This tastes
I
really good.
wouldn't blame genetics.
After after
It
that
does.
other
It
one,
ta-
it like has a better taste than I remember
You
it
know, it'd
tasting
be
over the weekend.
fucking amazing. Like mine were warm,
Mixed
so
together.
it would. It would be fucking really good. Like I should plan that shit out better. Like
Oh, this is really good.
This smells like something. And I was thinking that
peanut
like
butter.
I had this weekend. Dude, I know
Smells
what
like
it
peanut
was.
butter and pretzels.
I know what it was. That's funny that you say that because I know exactly what it was. We were talking about mixing this with that Shock Top pretzel beer and thinking that it would taste good together.
That's funny. Okay. It would. I think when I opened this the other day, I was like, I thought it smelled like pretzels. Like, this smells like pretzels.
Be right back.
And that's exactly what we were talking about, how this kind of smells like pretzels. And I was like, dude, I bet it would be good if you drank it with that Shock Top because we tried that pretzel beer and that shit's pretty good. Have you ever had it?
It sounds familiar, but I know Shock Top has like a bunch of different like wheat and kind of like they don't have really weird shit. They have kind of more normal stuff. And
But that pretzel kind is fucking amazing.
yeah.
Try it.
I should because that just sounds like it's not really a craft. I don't consider Shock Top. I mean, it kind of is.
I don't
I
know if
guess
it's a craft, but
it's
pretzel
like
is-
a mainstream craft.
Well, when's the break between craft and not craft when you're making that shit?
I don't know. I mean, if you're drinking craft beer and then it gets popular all of a sudden, does that make it not craft beer anymore?
Well, I mean, in that right, like, what is it? Warped Wings pretty big around here now.
Right.
But is that
Around
still?
here.
It's still craft.
Right.
They're opening like what, a fourth location or third location or some shit this
Yeah, but
week.
are they just popular in this area, or are they popular outside of here too?
Where was I? I've seen some places that have. I think I was in I don't know if it was when I was in Florida they had Warped Wing. Like there's people I've seen have Warped Wing. Like it's out of state. Like
Well, it's in the same breath, not Warped Wing, but Muller's from Maria Stein.
they're they're out too.
Maria, they're out of fucking Maria Stein, which is a little, dot on the wall. But a few weeks ago, I was eating dinner at Olive Garden down by the Fairfax Commons Mall, and they're serving Muller stuff.
That's
Muller's is opening up a location in Mason. They're opening up a location across from like the Dayton Dragon Stadium.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, maybe
maybe I
get
knew
pretty
about-
big there.
So, I mean, how long do you consider them craft with them opening up all those other locations and expanding?
I feel like when they're super like that and they're continuously making different kinds all the time as craft, but like Shock Top, whatever, I first they just had a wheat beer. They had an orange beer. Like Blue Moon's not craft. Like they have like
So when you stop making different varieties and you stick to like
3 different kinds, 4 different kinds, like it takes you 3 years to bring out a new kind. Like Sam Adams even has their own different flavors, and they're not craft. Like
they want to be craft.
they do 4 different.
The craft that got big, I guess.
They'll do 4 different flavors, 2 seasons of the year. They'll have a fall and a fall winter, and they'll have a spring summer.
Well,
like Sam Adams will do 8 beers a year.
Well, like
Other places do 8 beers a.
For
3
Sam
months.
Adams, at least you can give them some props for trying. Though, was it they had that?
Well, they're probably like
they had that one like super limited edition that was like 25% ABV.
I think I remember that.
I don't know.
Uh,
It sounds
talked about
familiar. I
that.
think we did.
Yeah, we talked about that. It was like this super limited edition, like a bottle of it was like a couple $100
I
or
was gonna
something.
say I thought it was like a really expensive one or something.
Yeah,
if I
but-
remember right.
They probably limited edition that cost a couple $100
Yeah.
after because everybody bought 2 bottles, one for them and one to sell.
Well, that and it was that ridiculously high alcohol content just by fermentation.
Yeah, but I don't think that should be too expensive. It just people wanted to fucking bust heads and rip people off and stick their dick in and break it off.
I don't have that much. Like, we should have podcast last week because I was like thinking it was gonna snow earlier, but it was still fucking raining.
I was
here
gonna
at
say,
10 o'clock.
yeah.
That's
it
my
was,
bad, guys.
when-
I was.
When he said that, I was like, dude, it was 40 degrees like all fucking
I
day.
know,
I was
and
like,
he
it
was
is
like,
not gonna
Wait till
snow.
after it snows, and I'm like, why would we wait till after it snows? It's gonna be way worse.
Right.
In my defense, I was feeling like shit then.
I gotcha.
So
So
Yeah, this is like we went 2 weeks without podcasting.
So he instead of using his pussy as a reason, he used the snow. Gotcha.
Yeah, Ron's been skipping out on us. I'm starting to think he doesn't want to hang out with us anymore.
he does, but
He doesn't like us. He doesn't like us.
And then
Typical
today
male.
he was like,
Typical
"Oh,
male.
I don't feel good. I've been sneezing all day." And
I
we're
know, like, what
"Seriously,
the
Ron?
fuck, girl?"
3 weeks.
dude,
3 weeks in a row.
I was like a fucking snotty mess
I
all
don't
goddamn
know if
day
you
yesterday,
guys
most of
want
the damn
it.
day.
Is literally like talking to him was like talking to Jacob this morning about doing the laundry. Like, Well, Ron, that's up to you. Just let me know what you want to do so I can plan my evening accordingly. Should be fine. I feel like ass. Okay, so should you be fine or you feel like ass? You need to let me know. Oh, I feel like ass. Okay, so what does that mean? You still didn't answer my question, bro. What are you fucking doing?
Why are men like this? It's like
they want to say women are so fucking hard.
They have to ask you like 5 different ways to get a straight fucking answer.
Right. It's like women are not difficult. I just asked you the most simplest question.
Okay,
And
the
you
answer to the question is, if I drank beer.
Well, my stuffed vagina might affect the day, and the wind is blowing the opposite direction than I thought it would. So trees are green and the sky's blue. Okay, I like cats.
I do with the podcast.
So 2 weeks ago was not a good week. Definitely not a good day to do that, because that's when I found out my blood pressure's all fucked up.
We should have done the podcast from the doctors. Fuck him.
And then the next
I'm trying to prescribe you a dose.
Next time we're just gonna follow you around with a camera.
That's right.
And then after that, I was waiting for the fucking blood pressure meds to start working like they're supposed
Show up
to.
with a mobile camera and we're gonna just fucking get drunk outside his door. We're just gonna fucking get whiskey drunk.
It'll be like Jackass.
Like, yeah! The camera in his face.
And then
knocking on his door, pushing our way in.
Up until I took way too many fucking Benadryl, I was fucking like, all day yesterday up until I took too many Benadryl, I was fucking like snot running down me. It was like a little fucking toddler and shit.
That's...
Drinking beer with snot? Nah.
Hear that? Stuffy.
Nah, it wasn't stuffy, man.
All day.
It was not stuffy. It was just like...
It's just been running.
Blow that shit out and get over it. Rub your pussy and get on with it. I don't know.
I'm here, ain't I, bitch?
Only because we had peer pressure.
That's right, we did. Like, what do you want? We said that was up to you.
What do you want?
You were hoping we'd make the decision for you.
Yeah, I was.
Exactly, I fucking knew it. Ron Vagina can't put his foot down.
Ron's vagina.
I'm gonna name that episode. That's what this is. Ron's Vagina. That's the episode name. Episode 34. Ron's
35.
Vagina. 30. No, it's 34. I checked the last video and I went through all
and I
of.
think we were wrong in one of those videos.
We were, but
We were like the same episode a few times in a row.
The name.
27, number 2. Actually, it's 35.
The name that I corrected it to was something about how we fucked it up and whatever. And so like I called it, the proper episode. But this past week when I made sure I had everything edited and I took everything off of my cards so that way it would be like I wouldn't have to go through what episode is this? We're wearing different clothes here, what the fuck? So I wouldn't have to piece together things. I cleared everything off the cards and I, when I was here I made sure episode 33 was the last video that was edited and uploaded. So this is episode 34. Episode 34. Ron's Vagina.
34 will always be associated with this.
1,000 likes and Ron will figure his vagina.
Wow. Completely unrelated to that, I just started looking up our episodes. I typed in the Strobing butt plug and that's what I got.
Yeah, that's
Ron's looking up prostate massagers. It's heat
With
and
rotation,
cold.
and it's got some dude's O face going on.
That's awesome. That O face is better than the famous chick's O face that she's going. This is great. There's me grabbing my boobs.
Slug sex?
Yes. That's your daughter sent that picture to you.
Okay.
So then you sent it to me, so I just said, fuck it. I think maybe we talked about that picture and it was part of the Hard Rock Truth.
The urinator and
Butt plug stuck.
butt plug girl saved.
New Orleans. I want to run around in fucking creepy superhero outfits calling myself weird fucking names. The urinator and butt plug girl. Da-da-da. Kitty, kitty. I want to dress you up like a butt plug. A kitty plug. There you go. Hell yeah.
So yeah, the last one uploaded was 33.
I told you, bitch.
Now, I know the last thing we actually recorded was like fucking almost 2 hours of shit.
Yeah, we were talking.
We got
a little
And this was
drunk
like an
that
hour
night.
and 20 minutes. Did you edit it down?
This one is an hour and 47 minutes, and that's episode 32.
I swore we fucking talked forever last time.
It was 2 times ago that we talked forever. Because I think we had a break between that time and the times before with that as well.
I know we had a Christmas. We had like a break over Christmas.
Well, what episode 32 called? I bet that one's called
Christmas episode, and then 33's after hiatus.
Huh.
I think this might be 35, and it's not. Like,
It's not 35. This one was the long one because it was almost 2 hours long.
We have no idea which episode number this is.
we only had one that was nearly 2 hours long.
I just remember the last time I hosted, and you guys were talking for fucking ever.
No, it
and
wasn't.
it was a great time.
Yeah.
By the way.
Well, that was 2 times ago. Unless I got the episodes flip-flopped.
Maybe.
So I edited them wrong in the wrong
fucked up
order.
would that be?
That'd be kind of funny.
Because, like, what if we talked about something the week before and then they're like, wait a minute.
Then you're just going to have to watch more episodes. Fucking deal with it. Figure it out yourself.
That last one to know what the fuck we're talking about, I guess.
That's right. I don't think I did that, though.
So, on the topic of episodes of this and that, I'm going to start a side project in cheating on you ladies.
Go ahead and cheat on us.
I am.
Do your side project.
Totally going to have a side project of
Gonna have a third eye side.
reviewing nerd toys, because I figured out I could definitely monetize that, and I'll just be all polite about it, because I put up a picture of some nerdy Transformer toy shit, and since Saturday it's got over 430 likes on just random Facebook shit.
Nerds are on the internet, man.
Nerds! I mean, like, if it weren't for nerds, we wouldn't have the internet, so, you know.
I mean, if I can, fucking monetize some side shit, why not, you know?
Yeah, I don't
Missy
know.
can have like some kind of like weird, like mystical, spiritual.
right.
You guys have talked about it
and
before.
then I will have like some kind of like feeling, like psychoanalysis type of shit going on.
Why do I just picture you sitting there talking to the camera and just going slowly insane?
That sounds very accurate.
Well, when you, like, your thing that I'm, like, thinking of, because, see, like you said, you stopped watching the 30 Rocks after so long, but it's the one where Liz Lemon, she writes a book about, like, she's basically, like, saying shit about guys, and she's, you know, people ask her questions, and so she has a question and answer book like a Dear Abby or something, and hers is, what does she fucking call it? Shit. It's shit. It is basically like some kind of a red flag thing, and she red flags everybody, and like a bunch of dudes get like really fucking offended and shit. But that's what I see you doing. Be like,
sounds about right.
Ah, fuck.
This is a red flag.
It is.
I am a walking red flag.
All right, I gotta look it up. It was
another thing we were talking about earlier, though. It was something about like weird hairs growing on your body.
Oh, we were braiding long ass hair.
Braiding long hair on your body.
What'd you name your long ass hair?
And then I had like one that would come out of my neck.
That
and I called it
was
Brenda, but I don't think it was Brenda. That was just a name that came up real quick. Because I feel like if you have a black hair come out of your neck, it should be a dude's name.
Steven. This is Steven.
Steven.
Stefan.
Yeah, Steven.
He's fancy. It's curly. So it's a little curly, so he's fancy. It's Stefan.
I don't know.
So I'll just say weird hairs coming out of my body. Like, you mean all of it?
Yeah. I'm going to braid you on one of these days.
Oh,
One of these days.
See.
Talking about weird hairs, I've decided to stop shaving my head for a bit. Just to see how having hair looks on me for a while.
Yeah, what kind of
deal breaker. That's what
deal
it was.
breaker.
That's a deal breaker. That was her little slogan. What if this? What if you have really weird fucking body hairs coming out of your body that's long enough to be braided? That's a deal breaker.
Nice nose hairs, asshole.
That's a deal breaker.
Those hairs that come out and go form into a mustache and just never end.
That's what I'm doing when I get old. Like when they start growing out, I'm just
do it. Oh,
like a handlebar.
A handlebar.
Nose hairs.
That's hilarious.
Are we talking like a handlebar or maybe a Hitler?
I think a handlebar.
Okay.
I mean, you can try. I mean, I guess you could style it in different ways depending on how you feel that day.
See, that would be the great thing.
I feel like handlebar would probably be my go-to though.
But when you're pissed off and you want the world to know, you're definitely Hitler.
Yeah. That makes sense.
We I had a friend that he shaved his mustache into the Hitler, and he did it just for the hell of it one night, and he got drunk and forgot about it.
Wait. Was this in school?
No, well, it's been since school, so this was
pre-internet days or now?
it wasn't pre-internet days by any means. It was like after school.
I mean, we had the internet at school, you know.
Right.
Well,
It wasn't
social
as
media,
good as
like
it-
social media type
Gotcha.
shit now, you know?
It
Where, like,
wasn't where
everybody's,
shit was
like-
blown. It was like MySpace days, probably.
Like, you know, where people are going to go back and, 10 years ago, oh my God, I can't believe you said this.
Right.
You did blackface 10 years ago. How dare you?
Wait. Do you think cancel culture is going to still be a thing? And like,
I hope they cancel the fuck out of cancel culture.
fuck
No, it'll just
cancel
get
culture.
worse.
You guys are lame, man.
Right. That's right. But no, so he shaved and gave himself the Hitler, forgot about it, and then the next, I'll open the beer in a minute. We're like 40 minutes in, man. We got another fucking 40 minutes to go.
Shit, Ron. Calm
Right.
your fucking drunk ass down.
But then we had so then he ended up going to a birthday party and was just like, oh fuck, man, he didn't realize that, like, he felt like shit. For some reason, I think we thought somebody was Jewish, and it turned out that they weren't Jewish, but we
Just
thought they
cheap.
were. So he would. No, well, I don't know. I forget why we thought they were Jewish, and then he was freaking out because he went there with a Hitler sash, and he was like, fuck, I'm gonna offend him, and like nobody gave a shit. It was really funny.
You know the thing about the Hitler stash?
Dude, I feel like I knew who this was.
Troy Burke.
Oh, maybe not.
So, like, the one thing about the Hitler stash,
Oh, Mike Burke.
Adolf fucking Hitler specifically ruined a style of facial hair and mustache for, like, ever.
Kind of, but I don't feel. I mean, like, why don't a lot of people just fucking do it? Like, do the Hitler. If I was a dude, I would do the Hitler. I would just do it. But I'd be like the nicest guy in the world, and I would have the Hitler, and I'd probably even do the Hitler hair, and I'd be like, hey,
Kinda
everybody,
like
I
you're
love
gonna bring
you.
it back and make it better. or
Yeah, I
something.
would. I'd be like, hey, everybody,
What the hell
I love
was
you.
that, Kevin?
I'd be like wearing a peace
Oh,
love.
I know exactly what.
What's
it's
the
the
Kev-
exact same thing
Yeah.
I was just thinking
The
of.
Kevin Smith movie or
Yeah.
whatever, that he was like sitting there.
Porch
he's-
monkey
Porch
shirt.
monkeys, man.
Oh,
He's like,
Jesus.
porch monkeys, man. I'm gonna make. They fucking took that. I'm gonna fucking
Like,
bring it
grandma
back,
just
man.
called us like porch monkeys. It wasn't that big of a deal. Like, he's like, you can't say that.
God.
Porch monkeys
What-
are alive.
And he's just like, what's up, porch monkeys? He says it to like a group of black dudes with guns.
Oh
like,
my God.
That was a funny movie.
I might have never seen that movie.
It was Clerks 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've never seen Clerks 2.
Oh my God.
I've seen Clerks. I've never seen Clerks 2.
But yeah, he was like trying to I'm bringing it back.
Oh my God.
It's like my grandma used to call us that. She just got you little porch monkeys when we were like playing on the porch. And not, it's nothing
It's not bad.
Nothing bad.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's so funny.
It's
That's
terrible,
horrible.
man. It is horrible. What the fuck? The hell's wrong with you?
So
That's
next
fucking
week,
funny,
we're
that's
gonna be here wearing ghost costumes. Just all white robes.
Ghost
with-
costumes, pointy-headed ghost
Why do you
costumes.
hide ghost costumes? Because they're scary, right?
Bringing back the ghost costumes.
No.
Talking about porch monkeys. They're scary, spooky ghosts.
Cancel.
No, we're not gonna get canceled yet. We have to talk anti-vax stuff, okay?
Oopsie.
That'll get us canceled.
That will get us 0 views. They're gonna hide this
No, it'll
episode.
probably get us like 10 million views.
It
and then
would
it'll just
either
be like,
way.
we'll be on like CNN or something. Like, these people are fucking horrible.
We'll be like the next Joe Rogan or whatever.
Yeah, they
Who else? There was somebody else that recently
And I'd be
had.
like,
They found fault with somebody else like right away. It was like literally like they were trying to find hate for whatever reason. I forget what it was. Somebody said something that like I just saw it the other day. It was like literally immediately after they found Joe Rogan saying something years ago. He fucking apologized, gave a graceful apology for it, and then somebody else did something, and it's like,
Yeah, I was having a conversation with some people about that. Like,
they're fucking reaching
the fucking-
just to
the fucking-
criminalize people.
okay,
Not
so
really
the
criminalize
fucking-
them, but
The Rock.
demonize them. That's what it was.
yeah,
Rock.
the fucking Rock. People, he said some shit years ago, like when he was in WWE and all that, that was like offensive and racist and all that stuff. And it's like, okay, it was fucking WWE. It's not like it's high fucking culture or anything.
but the thing is, like, people say shit like years ago and then they grow and change, and it's like you don't give people room to grow and change.
You're not
with cancel
allowed.
culture.
You're not allowed to grow and change. I'm sorry,
I
but you're a
also,
racist
like,
forever.
you are like that forever.
I also said the things were like that was socially acceptable, like
That's true.
because years prior to that, I mean, like just shit could be said, like it was no big deal, and then people were like, no, this isn't right. When the people start saying that this isn't right, we need to change, we need to be this way. well, they're no longer like that. They're like, yeah, you're right. I agree with that. That's not right. They don't do that anymore, but they did that 10 years ago when it was fucking socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Like, it might not have been right.
Also true.
It was never right, but
going back to the Hitler thing, it's like fucking back in the World War I or II days, whichever one we fought fucking Hitler boy there, Disney was doing propaganda cartoons for the fucking U.S. government. They had a cartoon where Donald Duck dreamed he was Adolf fucking Hitler.
That's so funny. And
there's a Disney cartoon literally of Donald Duck walking around dressed as Hitler having some kind of fucked up dream.
I feel like I remember that.
And, that's one of those things now. It's like, wait a minute, there's a Hitler Donald Duck, and...
There was a while ago, my dad bought these cheap-ass DVDs from Walmart. They're like in the $5 bin or whatever. And it was just all kinds of old-ass cartoons. And there was like a warning statement at the beginning. This was in a time that blah, blah, blah. Because, there were like 50s, 60s, just all these different cartoons. And, they were all like... They had maybe... I don't know if I was old enough to get the offensive references or, I just don't remember what was going on. But basically there was offensive references in there. And then there was something else.
I remember specifically Tom and Jerry. There's a bunch of those they won't do anymore because Tom and Jerry had a black Manny character.
Yes.
And, they just won't show those anymore because that's offensive stereotype shit.
There was a lot of cartoons that did that. And lately, I don't know why, they've so changed up the YouTube algorithm at one point because I was getting all this Woody Woodpecker, Flintstones, and just a bunch of old ass cartoons. I'm like, I don't watch this. Why am I getting this pushed at me? And it's I feel like they're trying to take views away from the woke crowd that are giving misinformation that might not always be misinformation. But they're
Flintstones, before they had Pebbles, they regularly had commercials of the Flintstones cartoon characters smoking Winston brand cigarettes.
But right, it was
Winston was a big fucking advertiser on their cartoon.
But the thing was so fucking weird because all these cartoons that are just it was just shit that I'm like, that's in the cartoons, that's fucked up. Or
well, it was a bunch of propaganda and stuff too.
Right.
It's just
and it was
trying to sway people's opinions, and it still happens.
Right. It's just we're so used to it. We're so desensitized to it. We don't fucking notice it. No. So it's really fucking weird. All right, Ron, I'll open the beer for you. Calm down.
I feel like I had some kind of comment on this. That I was gonna.
You probably did.
So we were talking about the show. I think it just came out as The Secrets of Playboy or something, and my dude was talking about I can't believe Hugh Hefner would was doing some of the things he was doing. I'm like, why would that surprise you that some guy that objectifies women?
There's a radio station.
I didn't say that.
There's a radio station I started listening to. It's kind of the hip hop urban station because I wanted something different since they got rid of the one station I actually like. And I was sitting there listening to it. They had a few days talking about that shit, just some of the fucked up shit Hugh Hefner did. And they're like, I can't believe he did that. I'm like, really?
Right, and then I'm also so when he started that was back before women really had many rights, you know? So it's basically they're trying to, I don't know, live a good life and, having to take some dude's shit to be able to live that good life. And
every fucking dude did that. They just didn't have as much money as he had.
Right, exactly. Not every dude probably.
Right,
one of the things the radio show guys talked about. Apparently they got, at some point, Hugh Hefner and his crew got Linda Lovelace fucking hammered, and while she was drunk, they got her to blow a dog.
Dude,
gross.
Have you ever read the book Ordeal about her? That is such a fucked up book.
I have not, but they got her that fucked up, and it was they were just oh my god, I'm like, yeah, that's about right. It was an all-boys club back in the day, and she was willing to do whatever the fuck to keep them happy.
Dude, no, I don't even think that she was willing to do it. It was that the guy that, was her pimp was an abuser, basically, and he basically, just treated her like shit and forced her to do shit.
Don't take care of their women.
He was, according to the book, he was, forcing her into doing all this fucking crazy shit, basically.
Well, either way, it's definitely not right, but it's just, people are shocked by this. I'm like, really, guys? Really?
A pimp says, I own you. You will do whatever to make me the money. You're making me money.
You hear people oh, back in the 50s and the 60s, they were always so prim and proper. Not like
No,
now.
they weren't.
Bullshit.
I snuck that book, like my mom had it, and I snuck that book and read it when I was probably like 13 years old or something.
That's funny.
And I'm just like, it's been a thing that has stuck with me for a really, it's still kind of, like I haven't read it in a really long time, but there's parts of it that still kind of stick with me.
What the hell they talk about? Hugh Hefner had like a shit ton of compromising photos of different women and hidden cameras around all of his little places. And his like wife, after he died, found the photos and burned them and all this. It's like
because they were taken without consent.
Taken without consent, blackmail kind of shit. It's like, yeah. And everybody's shocked he was a piece of shit. I'm like, really? Seriously, guys.
Right.
He had a good reputation with like as a businessman and all that shit because of his magazine. But let's put it the simplest. It was a gentleman's version of Hustler, and Hustler just took off the veneer of being fancy and richy or something. I don't know. And it's not any different than we have on fucking internet porn now.
I know. Like, people are just willing to objectify themselves or whatever and just sell themselves because, I mean, I guess some people don't mind doing that because they're making decent money or whatever,
right.
But there's, like, definitely people that exploit those people that do that too.
People have, like, no self-esteem, no whatever, and they will abuse their whole life.
And then you'll do this because it's a little bit more money, and then you slowly get from here to this without realizing it. And I kind of think the guys that talk the women into doing it on that, like, not in a defensive thing about them, but, they know that they're talking a woman into doing something with more money, but he probably doesn't realize that she's out of control at that point. Like, he probably thinks, well, I'm just not offering her enough to convince her, but now it's worth it to her, so it's cool. I'm still in the right. Like I'm not doing anything wrong because I'm paying her good. Right. If I wasn't paying her good enough, she wouldn't fucking do it.
Right.
Would you do this for $2? Would you do it for $2,000?
It's like the justification of like shitty things you're doing.
It's also, particularly in those times, there was a hell of a lot less chance of getting caught.
True.
I mean, Hugh
Hefner. Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, because Hugh Hefner wouldn't have got.
All those women don't have rights and you have money.
They're not respectable women. So
women,
don't give a shit.
You're not respectable. You know what?
Right.
She blew a dog. Are you going to listen to her or are you going to listen to me? I am a fucking businessman with lots of money.
Right.
Look at her. She blew a fucking dog. Never mind. I paid her to blow a dog, but she blew a dog.
Takes her clothes off for money. Look at her, she's a bad person.
You're
I'm a good person.
I'm a good person because I'm a
businessman. People that are out of
businessman.
control that'll pay for that shit.
Huh?
I said, you're the people that are out of control that'll pay for that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all. I mean, I've always kind of been a little disgusted by all that, but
right.
Not like I'm judging somebody for doing something for money or whatever. You know,
Right.
it's like do what you want, but it kind of sucks that people exploit them.
Right.
Well,
absolutely.
this me being like single father of a daughter, it's like, please don't let my daughter ever fall into anything like that.
And then people
at least have enough self-control to know when is enough. Like, I can do this for money, but I won't do that for
And then
money.
people were like, oh, well, it's such bullshit that they do that, but then they pay to see stuff, And it's
right. Like, why would you fucking pay for it if you thought it was bad?
Right,
you're contributing to it.
Contributing to it by doing that, and
Right, too.
But anyway.
Are we ready for the mysterious?
I'm ready for the mysterious curious.
My body is ready. Please put it inside me.
I fucking love this episode.
My body is ready. Put it in me.
Alrighty. We are going to.
That's our new beer belly thing.
That's great. It smells like beer. I thought some of that COVID.
I keep forgetting you have that, and then I saw it. It looked like you were like dripping beer like out of your nose into the beer. Like that's disgusting.
That's funny.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier with the fucking snot face shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, same brewing company.
It is. I really didn't think about that. I didn't pick this beer out, but it looks fucking amazing.
Is it the stupid Bengals beer because they're going to the Super Bowl?
You mean the concert?
The concert.
I thought that was the fucking funniest thing you posted, and I was like, I have to post this.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm always like, go sports to my dude.
Somebody posted up on Facebook, and I shared it. They're like, the number of people betting for the Bengals to win. I'm like, man, that's going to be like a lot of disappointed people when the Bengals don't win.
See, for me, it's like, this is the way I see it. And somebody posted it, and it's like, me when I'm watching the Super Bowl, I hope they both lose. That's how I am. That's me.
I saw that today. I hope they both lose. I'm just like, go sports. I don't give a fuck. And it was funny because there's a dude at work, and I was like, showed him that post about the concert, and he was like, I was like, dude, this is funny, and I showed it to him, and he's like, I don't get it, and I had
Jesus.
to fucking explain it to him 3 different ways before he understood.
Because
like,
that's how long it takes to tell a dude something.
I'm like, because we're not sports fans, so we call it a concert rather than the Super Bowl. Oh,
right.
he's like, I'm a
Jesus.
sports fan. I'm like, no
With
shit.
like really fancy commercials to advertise it. There's some kind of football game shit in the middle.
It's not that funny when you have to explain it to somebody.
Right. So this to me, it smells a little bit better than what it did before. Beer to me smells like I have the fucking COVID nostrils. So things smell fucked up.
It's almost like I'm getting like a creamsicle.
Oh, it's got that thickness that I like. It tastes good, but it doesn't taste like how I think it's supposed to taste.
That's different.
It's like a graham crackery taste almost.
It is very different. It's really good. I can't taste what I'm supposed to taste, but
It is good, but I don't know what it is for sure.
right.
I want to say like a, god damn it, like cream soda or something like that almost.
Not even close. See, this beer is a really delicious beer, but I'm disappointed because it doesn't taste like the flavor profile should taste.
I like the flavor. I know the flavor, but I can't name it.
You wouldn't be able to. It doesn't taste like it's supposed to taste.
Okay, well, what do we got?
I think maybe I'm getting a little bit of that taste now.
Maybe a little cinnamon to it, maybe?
I just got the,
But, dude, I'm like stuck on my shit.
when I inhaled it a certain way, I could taste, it had this scent of it. It's tasting a little bit more like that now. I just don't think it will. But Saugatuck Brewing Blueberry Maple Stout.
I can taste the maple now that you say maple, but
I could taste the maple.
I
I
can't taste
can't.
the blueberry.
It's really hard for me to get that blueberry taste in it. Oh, there's like
Blueberry is such a light flavor.
It is.
Yeah, blueberry doesn't. I don't usually taste it when we have like a blueberry beer. I can't usually taste it in it.
But usually it tastes berry-ish. This one doesn't even taste berry. It tastes more
I
coffee.
got that. I get the
I
blueberry
thought it
maple.
kind of tasted like coffee too, but I taste the maple now that you say maple.
Right. A sweet, rich stout with classic malt characteristics. With a bold, unique twist, this beer tastes like you crammed a fat stack of blueberry pancakes into a pint glass and smothered it with maple syrup. Channel your inner lumberjack. Oh.
So I
But
need to
I,
grow a nice beard.
That's right.
Just let
So
the
get
shit
that
grow.
the awkward body hair, glue it right here.
Right, just let it grow.
There you go. Just get that disgusting
Just
hair.
let some of your,
I mean,
let your pubes grow out a little bit, trim them off, and just glue them up there.
I had that long one. Dude, calm yourself, friend.
Channel your inner
That's my
lumberjack
phone, man.
because it's a for real treat. Made in Michigan. I didn't think that this. Well, I guess it's close to. No, that one's Ohio.
You know how many times I've dropped this fucking phone and it still hasn't broke?
Damn.
Like, at least once a week.
I haven't dropped mine in a long time, and I hope I don't because I'd be really fucking pissed. 6%. That's a really good one. I did not see that one. I did not see that one because, see, like when I drank the beers,
Hi, buddy.
and I was going to go this morning or yesterday or something to get the beer, but Larry brought home a 6-pack of beer because I bought the beer. Or I drank the beer. And I was like, I got you some more beer. I couldn't remember everything you had. And I'm like, oh. That's awfully nice of a guy that I'm married to, but not with. Like, that's nice. I'm all right with that.
So
You know what? We get along. We're family. Like, we can treat each other fucking good without having to, recognize, that we have our faults and differences. It's all right. No fights.
Sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about things like that, the chick I've been seeing, Miss Francis, is talking about wanting to go to Italy in the fall, and I'm going, oh man, that sounds like an amazing trip. Oh man, I'm gonna have to save back all the fucking money for that, because that's like a hella awesome sounding adventure. A 16-hour plane flight, but a hella awesome
Get drunk as
adventure.
fuck.
That's the only thing about going that to like a different continent. I'm like, oh my god,
I
be stuck in a plane for that long.
I would have to be trashed.
Well,
I would get so fucking.
so-
I had to get trashed on a 4-hour flight.
Like her son is stationed over.
I had to be first class.
Her son is stationed over there in Italy somewhere and talking about wanting to go see him and all that. That sounds perfectly fine. He's talking about wanting to go to Munich and get drunk in Germany. I'm going, bitch, I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'm getting the blueberry taste now, like as an aftertaste. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm thinking that...
What were you saying before?
This flavor is going to change if this is really cold or really warm.
It probably would.
If this was like hard cold, you're not going to get much of the blueberry.
I keep smelling it as I'm sipping it. I smell the blueberry more than I taste it.
I can't taste it when I drink it, but if you like let it, like you swallow and you let it sit for a minute, like I start tasting the blueberry.
See, my nose is getting plugged
Hold
up
it in your
again.
mouth for a little bit.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
my nose is getting plugged up again because my pills are going bye-bye. So I'm not sniffing as good, but I'm definitely tasting the blueberry.
What were you getting ready to say? Like I said something about...
You were saying something before Ron started talking about the thing. I was talking about how Larry was being cool about the beer, you know, like still married, not together type thing. And then he started talking about the going to...
Oh, it wasn't anything special. It wasn't even interesting, really.
It was to me too much.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to say, I keep, like, gaining cats outside somehow. Like, I keep getting new cats.
It's because you keep feeding them.
Dude, I have, like, 2 new cats the past 2 weeks. I'm like, where the fuck are these assholes coming from?
They came from the same... Or do they look similar?
No.
Assholes.
Well,
One
a
of them's
mommy
like a
cat.
tabby.
Okay, a mommy cat and a daddy cat like each other very much, and then they have screaming cat sex with their barbed cat penis vagina. And then however the hell long it takes for wee kittens to be born, kittens are born.
And they were completely different cats, so they have 2 different weird looking cats.
I just had a male cat just show up randomly one day. Like, I went outside and he was eating out there, and I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? And then, like, I kind of called for him and pet him, and now he wants to hang out with me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
obviously.
okay. And then I walked up the other
Oh
day.
my god, his friends. He's like, this bitch is nice. She's gullible.
I walked up the other morning, and there's this fucking cat sitting, like, this humongous cat sitting out here, and I was like, where the fuck did you come from? And, like, I don't know if he's deaf or what, because he didn't hear me, and he was just sitting there, like, grooming himself. And then he looks over, and he was like, what the fuck? And he, like, took off running. I swear to God, this cat's head
This Maine Coon cat?
fucking huge. I don't think it was a
I
Maine
want one.
Coon
They
cat.
are so
He was
fucking
fucking
Have you seen
humongous.
have you ever seen Adrian's cat?
She have Maine Coon?
Yes.
Jess has one. It's at the very least part Maine Coon. And she's a big old bitch. And she's dumb. She was on the table, like your table. And she's trying to jump up and hit the ceiling fan that's like right here. And she just keeps jumping. And she's like so far away. Like she's not even close to it. And she just kept like, like you're not gonna get a stupid ass cat. And it was really great.
Yeah, I don't know where they keep. I don't know if somebody's dumping them off or what the fuck, but they're just like the one cat. He's so fucking friendly. I'm like, you obviously came from somebody's house.
Yeah, he wasn't fair.
Somebody dumped you off, or you came from a neighbor's house or something. I don't know, but I'm like, what the fuck? Why?
Why?
He did the cat thing with your cats, and the cat's like, no, she's cool, it's all right, and that's why he was cool to be friendly.
I know, and that one cat was sitting out there, and they're all just like hanging out around him, like he's been there forever, and I'm like,
like they accepted him, and he's like, oh, okay.
he's like their leader now or something. I don't know.
That's so funny.
Where's that fucking picture?
He's searching the internet for Adrian's cat.
I'm telling you.
I wish I had a Maine Coon cat because they're big.
They're cute.
I
They
have-
have cool faces too.
They do. I have Facebook friends that have little fucking piglets that they got, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm jealous. I want pigs. I'd have a goat, a little baby cow, the short cows that don't grow.
Bitch, it must have been a direct Snapchat message. Son of a bitch.
Snapchat.
Snazzy Snapchat.
Nice Snapchat.
Do.
I will find a picture of the pussy on her own Facebook.
I had this dude today. So I took this federal agent with back problems to the strip club today.
Nice.
He likes getting fucked up. So, and it's not just like, yeah, man, I'm a federal agent. It was, he got in my car, and the phone's ringing. He's like, oh God, this is the Dayton VA. Oh yeah, this is going to be great. And so he's having this conversation, and I can hear it pretty loud. I just thought his phone was loud. Turns out he had it on speakerphone. The doctor was talking to him. He's like, yeah, I'm ready to call, blah, blah, what you need? He's like, I have this. And he's like, well, do you have time to listen to this? Because it's kind of a spiel. That's a nice ass cat.
What a handsome son of a bitch.
Hell yeah, he's got a fucking beard and neck, like a lion.
Look at his fucking face. His chin
It's
is...
like a lion.
His chin is like super wide, and every time I see that face, I'm like, oh shit, it looks like that celebrity, and then I can never remember the guy's name.
That celebrity.
Gary Busey.
Yes.
What the fuck? Oh my
Have
god!
you ever seen those memes?
The cats?
Yeah, where it shows
No.
like pick Gary Busey out of the lineup or something.
No,
and it has like one of those
I
cats,
haven't.
and then it has him, and then it has like maybe another cat or
Like
something.
if you would
I
put,
say dogs and Snoop Dogg. It's like a
Like,
certain dog that looks like him.
so if you put Buddy next to freaking Hobbs there, the chin on Hobbs is like twice as wide as Buddy's.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's so funny. But so anyway, so I'm gonna have to look up that meme now. So this guy was like on the phone with the dude. He asked the doctor, he's like, yeah, he's like, do you have time to listen to the spiel? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, okay, so he's like, well, I'm a federal agent, and he's like, I'm trying to put together a retirement package. He's like, you can tell during my physical tests, he's like, that I'm really fucked up. He's like, I'm degenerated. He's like, I'm not passing my physicals. And he's like, but my doctor could do at best get me an FMLA thing. And I almost stuck my finger right in your mouth to assert my dominance. I do that to Logan. But I was like, no, I don't want to do that to, I was like, I can't do that to Ariana.
You're not boring me or anything.
Right, you're just tired. It's cool. It's whatever. But then the dude was talking about how he's trying to put together a retirement package, and his doctor could at best get him an FMLA, but couldn't do anything to prove that like his back was jacked up. And then the doctor talked for a minute, and he's like, yeah, sorry about that. He's like, I didn't mean to. He's like, I had to have that on speakerphone. He's like, cause my ears, he's like, I'm practically deaf because of all the fucking gunshots and shit. And he's like, usually I keep my, because it was really weird. He's like, usually I keep my headphones, and I just plug my headphones in, and I do that. He's like, but I kept my headphones are in my car, and I picked them up from a place. He's like, I'm getting my windows tinted, so I can, he's like, so, I left it there. But I was taking him to Cheeks, and I was like, he said his car was there, and I'm like, what the fuck? So apparently he's got two cars. Left the one car at Cheeks, fucking Ubered home after he was drunk and horny and whatever. And then the other car, he wanted to get tinted, So he's like, we're on our way to Cheeks, because he's like, are you familiar with that place? I was like, yeah. He goes, I didn't know the address, so I just put the Dayton Mall. He's like, but we're really going there. I was like, all right, cool. And so we're just, cruising. He's like, so do you get fucked up? I was like, I thought he was trying to sell me coke at first. I was like, well, I do. I was like, well, I kind of thought it would be coke. I didn't think it'd be meth. Like, he looked pretty, like, well put together. He was an attractive man. Like he just looked. No, it doesn't. I mean, like, he looked like fit, but he looked like he was well maintained for himself. Like, I just put me, I was like, dude, this dude's trying to sell me coke. I was like, this federal agent is legit trying to sell me coke. And I was like, oh, I like to drink. And so he's like, man, he goes, I just got my card for like the medical marijuana, blah, blah, blah. And he was talking about it. And I was like, pot giving me massive panic attacks. I was like, I can't smoke it. I said, there's only like a small handful of times that I ever enjoyed it. And it was like, first couple times I tried it, I said, if I could smoke it, it'd be fucking amazing if it felt like that. I was like, it makes me feel absolutely horrible. He's like, well, it does the opposite for me. He goes, man, I went to this fucking, he was talking about going to the bureau in Hamilton, or not the bureau, he's talking about going to the medical marijuana shop in Hamilton. He's like, it's a pretty sketchy place. I was like, Hamilton's kind of trashy. I was like, to me, I said, I've never taken anybody to the medical marijuana place in Hamilton, but I said, if I was to pull up and see the crew that's going in and out of there, I'd be wondering if I accidentally pulled up to the methadone clinic. He's like, dude, that's exactly what it was. He goes, if these are my peers, maybe I shouldn't be doing this shit. I was like, nah, it's just the area. Because he said he's from Cincinnati, and he just recently moved to like the Dayton area. And he was talking about how he's like, they gave him a thing for a 45-day supply. And the chick plopped down like an ounce and some hash oil, and she was like, there you goes for like 15 days. He's like, I can do this two more times? He's like, what the fuck? I said, dude, how are you gonna like smoke it? Like, at 45, like a month, he's smoking 2 ounces and having some hash. He goes, he's like, this shit is like strong as fuck. He goes, the first bit of it I smoked, he's like, I thought I was fucking tripping. He's like, this shit like super fucking strong. Like, and it was just so funny the way he said it, because he was talking about it. He's like, he thought literally what she gave him was supposed to be for the whole 45 fucking days. He's like, I don't know how to do all this. I was like, you're basically at the point that you're just going to be crumbling up and putting it on top of your cereal for breakfast? Like, yeah, pretty much. He's like, I don't fucking know. He's like, that's a lot of fucking shit. Well, yeah, good times. Yeah. Like, that dude won't, he would never know what sobriety is. He'd be like, maybe it was one time.
So
got fucked up.
this story is interesting because you have federal agent,
I know.
like strip clubs, a lot of pot, and
Right,
it's just like,
right.
what is happening? Like, this sounds like a fucking movie or something almost.
Right, it just sounds like one of those fucked up like movies where, like, I don't know, I forget what they're called. It's like reality TV, but it's not real. Like, there's a certain name for the movies. It's like basically, it's just like real life. Like the movie Kids. Kids is not a very popular movie.
Like a docudrama?
Something kind of like that, maybe, like where it's almost like a camera's following people around and watching them have their everyday life. For some reason, I like those kind of movies. That's just like people are doing their fucked up ghetto shit.
So when they started doing movies like that, it bothered me. Like, I didn't like the way it was done for whatever reason, but it grew on me eventually,
That's
and
funny.
now I do like those kind of movies.
Because the first time I saw like those kind of movies, I'm like, that's how I would make a movie. Like, I had this one weird ass movie that I made one night while I was at work like years ago, and it was like the dude was making he was trying to find the first guy told his friend about how he bought a prostitute and it was like the best time of his life. But when the guy walks in, first thing the friend walks in, the guy that lives at the apartment, he's like, hey man, want a beer? Okay. So he walks up to get beer, and so what you didn't see before, so the apartment person, he's like watching a porn, and he hurry up and hides it real quick. You don't see what it is, so he walks off to get the beer, and then the dude, when he sits on the couch, he sits where the porn is, and he sees it, and it's like a fucking hermaphrodite porn, and instead of being freaked out, he's like, fucking keeps it. It's like people, most people would be expected to freak out. I'm like, no, this is real life. I'm going to keep this, see what this is about. And that's when he talks about his porn, or his prostitute, and it's the best day ever. And then so the next guy goes off to do his prostitute thing, and they all end up turning bad. Like, he pulls up and asks this chick how much, and she turns and she starts screaming and yelling at him, and she's not a fucking prostitute, she's just pregnant, and she's like waiting on a ride, and this happens, and like the one chick ties him up and steals his money and his weed, and then this chick ends up actually being a fucking dude, and like...
What movie is this?
It was a movie that I created that I never got to record. Good
movie
though, isn't it?
I've heard you talk about this before then. It's like, this shit sounds familiar.
And then, like, in my head, like, the one, I said, well, that's what, so, like, he's out of weed, he's out of money, but he's got his last fucking prostitute. And she asks him if he's, like, into, like, shit fetish, and he just flips out, he's like, get the fuck out! Just get the fuck, he kicks her out, and he's all pissed off, because he just, hopefully, this is the last time that does that. I think I don't even really edit those out anymore. It's just part of our thing.
Yeah, you just yell at it, and everybody's like, what a fucking weirdo. And then we go about our business.
Right. So then, just worst day ever. He's exhausted, didn't even get laid, so fucking pissed off. He's out of weed. And then, miraculously, he sees a joint. He's like, God damn, one last fucking joint. And he starts smoking. He's like, this fucking tastes like shit. And then he remembers her saying are you into shit fetishes? And he's like, God damn it. And then the next thing you do is you just see his fucking car. He gets into an accident and it fucking explodes. And then the last scene is his friend watching the fucking hermaphrodite porn. I remember writing that at work, and I was just laughing at my workstation that night, and my friend kept saying, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm writing a fucking movie, man. This is good stuff.
I do that shit in my head all day. Like, I write books in my head, and I'm like, man, I wish I could put this on paper because this would be an awesome book.
So you should do that. Like, just fucking get like a voice recorder or something. Just have the earbud and just talk about it, just take notes when you get home or whatever. It's yourself all fucking day.
She's talking about hermaphrodite?
I do sit and laugh. I'll sit and laugh at podcasts all day, so I'll just be sitting in the corner, laughing to myself all day, and people are looking down at me.
That's good shit.
Weirdo.
But no, my friend, she kept saying what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, dude, writing this movie. And I'm like, because I just made it to be a really shitty movie, B-roll fucking movie. And I'm like, she's like, can I read that? And she was like, so, you know, at break time, I'd give her like the first part. I'm like, this, you know, this is what I have so far. And then she's like, but I gave her all I had. She's like, I want to know what happened next. She's like, I would watch that movie. Like, she was into it.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, and she's not a weird person. She's like very fucking normal.
Yeah.
But she was into my prostitute movie and like what's going on with this dude.
Okay, great.
It was really good. Like, I even like priced video cameras and stuff. Like, that was like so long ago.
Well, you
I
still
almost think I
have
was
time.
with
Like,
Keith.
you can
I
make
could
this
still
movie.
totally do it.
And
Because I have it so memorized.
Because
that
you're like,
I can edit now. I know how to do all that good
yeah, and
shit.
you're like older, so it's like you have a little bit. You're a little bit more refined.
Right, yeah. my refined, immature sense of humor.
So yeah, you could probably make it better than you made it before, even.
Right.
Hells yeah.
So that
Hells yeah.
get into making the shitty because I remember telling you about it, and then you mentioned trauma. Like, that's all the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, the fucking
Toxic Crusader, cheap B shit.
the fuck, just like the shitty movies that were made shittily on purpose. Like, and that was kind of like what the feel that I wanted for that. That would have been really funny. Like, I think like when I was picturing it, it's like what's like, you know, like it might have been when I was living with you. I don't know. Maybe. But I just was picturing like the main characters, even though they're dudes or being chicks. I was like, dude, I could get Ariana into this. She'd fucking do it. Like, it'd be
So
like,
I'd have to be a dude, but I look like a chick. Is that what you're saying?
well, like you would
Dude.
you would look like a dude. So we would dress as dudes because it's the dudes that are talking about getting a prostitute and shit, and then all the prostitutes be played by dudes.
Shouldn't take too much effort.
Just grow that beard out. Just Brenda, you know, or Tom Cruise or whatever you want to fucking name it. And
I thought we called him Steven. I think I'm gonna
Steven.
call him Randolph though.
Randolph.
Yeah, I think Randolph is a good name for a long black hair.
There you go.
I don't know.
There you go. I'm just fucking called Adolf. Well, since we're talking about the Hitler
It
stash.
throws in the wrong area for
I'm
that.
right, it does, but you know, you could always just bring it up and just wrap it up. And
I mean, like I could like. I don't know if it would turn into a Hitler stash, but it could be like a one-sided handlebar mustache, like come up and
no,
around.
that's when you just. That's what. No, you go like this.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Look at it.
You go like this. You make it a block. That's all you do with your little one hair. It's a block, and then you can fill it in with marker, or you know you can, or if it grows even long enough, you can just do it in layers. It'll be real jacked up. It's so fucked up, but at least you have your little rectangle square underneath your nose.
Are you okay, Ron?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
think
sure?
so. No,
Are you barfing?
no,
Don't barf on the couch.
Yeah, don't shit on the couch either.
I'm okay.
Okay. You sure?
No,
Okay.
we'll talk.
Are you crying?
No,
Does your pussy hurt again?
no, I'm hearing my pulse in my ears again.
Oh,
damn.
So like you can't drink anymore is what the deal is here.
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
You
How are
should
we
get.
gonna do this then? Like, are you out?
He's gonna.
You're just gonna have to start doing the transformer thing?
I don't know.
Or you just come here to talk like a jackass?
Probably talk like a jackass, if anything.
He's gonna spit in the stuff.
Have you guys ever complimented a girl on her camel toe? Because I did that this week. Or last week.
What was it at work or online?
It was at work.
Oh, that's even better.
So-
That's great when it's in person.
So my gayest of gay friends, she always wears these pants that have holes in them. And like she wasn't wearing them one day. She's like, well, she's like, and I call her my wife. We call each other wifey. And she's like, well, I'm not, she's not staring at my crotch today because I don't have a hole in them. So I looked at her crotch and I was like, nice camel toe. And everybody just started fucking busting out
That's
laughing.
good stuff.
I was like, I bet nobody's ever complimented you on your camel toe, right? And
That's
she's
good
like,
stuff.
no. And then today, there's a girl that like works on the other end of the building, and we were working down there with her. And I was like, aren't you friends with her? And she's like, yeah. I was like, next time you see her, stare at her crotch and tell her nice camel toe.
Yeah, like
So-
a camel too.
So she's texted her at lunch while we were all sitting together. Like the girl was sitting on the other end of the building, but my friend was sitting with us at lunch, and she's like, I'm supposed to tell you I can see your camel toe.
I
was like,
got it wrong.
I know, and that's exactly what I thought. I was like,
So fucking pissed. You fucked it up.
Alright, she fucked it up. But then like my friend she's like, alright, which one of you bitches? And she goes like this,
She looks at
and then
you.
she looks straight at me. Told her to tell me I have a nice camel toe, or told and
That's
I
good
just
stuff.
started fucking giggling because It's obviously gonna be me.
Right.
I was like, she'll know where it came from.
That's really great. That reminds me, I thought about this the other day. I'll make the story real quick so we can end this. But like, I was at the bar. This was years ago. And we were hanging out with the friend Troy. And for whatever reason, he had a man crush on your brother. So like...
Continue.
He had a man crush on your brother. And he was just talking,
Wait, is this for real life?
Yeah, it was real life, yeah.
Gotcha.
So Troy, he was talking about like, I don't, he's like, dude, that's my man crush. I don't know why. And he's like, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
I get it.
And so we're all outside out back at Max because they put like a fenced in area at, oh shit. I called it Max, but McFarland's, that's what it was. But we don't, so everybody would be outside in that fenced in area because we're allowed to have our beer out there.
Wait, is that like...
McFarland's is in the middle of town, right by Herschel's, across from the fire department.
Okay,
That's literally like right after the four-way stop on Main Street.
I'm in a different place. Okay.
Oh, in Lewisburg.
I'm down the road further.
Gotcha.
What's that place called? Where they have like wings or something?
Oh yeah, that was down by Brennan's. So
Yeah.
that always changes their name. Like it's Wingers now.
Yeah,
They
gotcha.
always sell and this one's in the middle of this town. But so like we're all hanging out there and he's talking about how much of a man crush he had on him. I was like, dude, I dare you to lick his head. So, okay, man. So he's like, you know, when he's not looking, he walks up to me, he licks his head. And then like Troy runs, but Ian turns and he sees me. He's like, damn it, Missy! Like he like automatically knew that was my fault. So way later, he was like, dude, there he is again. And this dude, I was like, Ian's wearing a white shirt. This dude's wearing a black shirt. I was like, yeah, it's him. Lick his head again. He got so close to the dude. And the dude like turned last minute. He's like, he ran back to me. He's like, that's not him. I was like, God damn it. I knew it wasn't him. He's like, you were trying to get me to lick some dude's head. I was like, yeah. If that guy hadn't turned, Troy would have licked a total stranger's head.
That's fucking funny.
And that's how he got arrested.
I think he would have just pretty much got his ass beat. That's how that would have happened. Oh, that's good stuff.
Hell yeah. That was good stuff. That sounds like a very Missy story.
Oh, yeah.
Mischievous Missy.
Absolutely.
So, what did we learn today, guys?
Oh, Ron can't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Ron's gonna have to do the NA beers or
Water.
We have one in there for you.
Water.
There you go.
Water.
Water.
I've actually been laying off
Mick,
coffee
I'm
and
out for
caffeine.
Walton.
What have I learned today? I didn't learn that much. I mean, I
I learned
learned
a lot.
that Ron's a vagina.
Yeah. Men don't fucking listen. You gotta tell them like 3 different times and explain shit to them
I already
3
knew
different
that. I didn't
ways.
really learn that.
Right. That's the thing we could learn and teach our guests. Those young girls who still think that like, oh, guys are so fucking great. And then the guys who think they're so fucking great, you're not great. Guess what I learned?
Beer bellies.
I learned that I have a beer belly.
That's good stuff. I learned that I like it. There you go.
I touch each other's boobs and butts. Go, go, go.
I thought you said
I didn't touch
boobs
your
and
butt.
butts. She did.
Boobs
I
and
was
butts.
so confused because when you did, I was like, I felt it on this side, but I saw you do it on that side. I was like,
Ron at first.
I did. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Who grabbed my ass? I was so confused. But I was like, because then I realized it was you. I was like, she's the one that moved, and he didn't move, so.
Sometimes you gotta be an ass grabber.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you gotta risk sexual harassment charges.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. There we go. And
StrobingButtPlug.com.
like, subscribe.